The U.S. Supreme Court issues an emergency order keeping pandemic-era restrictions along the border with Mexico in place, at least for now. The Title 42 policy cites public health reasons for denying entry to people trying to illegally enter the country. Skylar Henry reports.
In a 5-4 vote, the Supreme Court mandated the Biden administration cannot end Title 42, the Trump-era policy that limits entry into the United States because of COVID. More than a dozen Republican governors had sued to keep the policy in place, arguing lifting it would lead to an even greater number of migrants crossing the border. But in his dissenting opinion, Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote, the policy's fate should fall on elected officials, adding, "We are a court of law, not policymakers of last resort." President Biden isn't pleased with the ruling.
And in the meantime, we have to enforce it, but I think it's overdue.
Here in the streets, we've had a terrible time.
The High Court's ruling comes as the situation at the border in El Paso, Texas, becomes more desperate.
I went to a shelter, but they told me no, it's just for women and children. So we're here waiting for our family to send us more money so we can continue our trip.
El Paso has extended its state of emergency. People are sleeping on downtown streets.
There are babies, there are little kids here, there are all kinds of people here.
The Supreme Court says it will begin hearing arguments from both sides about the future of Title 42 in February. A final ruling could come next summer. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.